Good evening, Adab, Namaskar, and Sat Sri Akal. Welcome back to our special series of Women's Day Special, where I, Sandeep Bogra, your host for tonight, a life and relationship coach, motivational speaker, and author, is proud and blessed to welcome each one of you on this gala event where I have been privileged to invite eight successful females, eight fabulous women entrepreneurs who've been amazing in their field, and they are here with us to share, inspire, and motivate us with their stories, the success factors, the obstacles, the challenges they've faced, and how they've overcome to reach their pinnacle of success. So, in this month of March, which signifies progress, prosperity, and success in life, we have someone special tonight who's been a real warrior, who's been so amazing that she turned her adversities into opportunities. Yes, the COVID time, the pandemic, which paralyzed our lives, which put everything on a standstill, it's when this young, energetic, dynamic personality, this wonderful person emerged as a warrior and turned her passion into her profession. And the world is so proud, and I am so proud to welcome none other than Megha Dhiman. Welcome, Megha.
Hello, hello everyone.
We are so glad to have you here, and thank you so much for sparing your precious time. I know you have lots of people running behind your specialties, your cakes, especially the cupcakes we've released recently. And why not you take us on your journey of what's you are passionate about and how did it all start? Over to you.
First of all, I'm very thankful to you. Uh, just a minute. Sorry, there was a technical issue.
Well, guys, we've been facing technical challenges of recently, like every now and then. Last night we had a power cut, a Wi-Fi turned crazy, and whatnot. But well, that's life, and life is not about challenges; it's about winning over them. And maybe that's something again happening with our live guest tonight. And it's so surprising that life throws us with such chaotic situations every now and then, but luckily we are able to overcome, and we have you back with us again.
Yeah, I'm
Over to
extremely
you,
sorry
Megha.
for the technical problem right now. First of all, Bhai, I'm really very thankful to you to give me this opportunity to be with here, and you listed me as among eight women entrepreneurs to share their success story. And yes, you can say me a warrior, a fighter, because I turned my hobby into profession when COVID entered our country. And before that, I practiced my baking as a hobby. I used to love baking for my friends and family, for my pharma colleagues. I also worked as a pharmacist for 4 years in Baddi.
Hmm.
And then I faced some health issues, severe health issues due to prolonged exposure to chemicals. So yes, then after that, I was immediately on bed. Like I had so much of treatment for 8 to 9 months, and I was very independent and not asking your parents for like small things. You just get irritated. Like now, you are like a child for them, and they have to
Of
see
course.
everything of yours. So I had this feeling inside that I want to do something so that I can have that feeling of independent again. So then I thought of taking my hobby as a profession. My younger sister Manisha, my brother, my elder sister, all my family members, they all know that as a successful home baker. I bake
Hmm.
something very delicious, which people luckily like.
Well, I'm sure, and in fact, I'm a witness to the fact that yes, you bake so well, and the beauty about being a home baker, which you have brought up, is that your creations, the things you provide, are devoid of chemicals and artificial
Yeah,
substances. So that is something I would say is your specialty, and I guess that stems from the fact that when you, as you just mentioned, that you landed in this terrible medical situation wherein you were
Hmm.
kind of fighting with it for almost 9 months. But again,
Yeah.
you took it up as a challenge, and rather than being so called dependent upon your family like a child all over
Hmm.
again,
Yeah.
you fought it out, you came out of it, and then you realized that what you were into, being a pharmacist, was actually affecting your health. So my dear
Hmm.
friends, what I really want to
Yeah.
bring out here is that it's not always that what you are doing and what you are stuck into in your life is something you have to linger on with forever. If there is a challenge in
Hmm.
your life, well, that gives you an opportunity to transform it to your advantage. And who knows it better than Megha, who's sharing with us her success story, her inspirational journey, wherein she, as a pharmacist, eventually turned into a home baker as a passionate
Hmm.
profession. So,
Yeah.
how did it all begin? I mean, where did this feeling or this idea of getting into bakery emerge from?
While I was on my treatment for the for my health issues, just I completed my treatment and I got this opportunity because of my younger sister and her co-partner. They also
Hmm.
have a brand name Kalakari, and they usually exhibit all over India right now. So they just
Right.
gave me the opportunity to exhibit along with them at Sukna Lake,
Hmm.
Chandigarh, and that was first time I took my cupcakes along with them to see what people respond. And I was
Hmm.
amazed to see people responding because at the same time they were so well established home bakers already sitting up there with their stores, and I was like, okay, so there is a
Hmm.
competition for me. But then when you are into something baking or in hotel industry or in cooking, the taste says it all. Like you need to have that magic in your taste, and then you need not to worry about anything. And yes, I got a very good response for my cupcakes there. It was a very encouraging moment for me. And
Hmm.
after that, there is no looking back. Like my farmer colleagues also, they used to encourage me that what you are actually doing here, because you make something really amazing and you should take it as a profession. So everybody around me just pushed me always that try this, try this. My younger sister especially, she used to visit many cafes all around, and they used to have slice of cakes over there which were worth rupees 150 or 200. And then she used to come home and say me, "Didi, that is exactly like your cake." So yes, everything, all these motivational things helped me to give it a shot. And like my first cake went, then second, then third, and I got amazing response from people. So then yes, I slowly incorporated many other things like donuts, cupcakes, and savory things like pizza, garlic breads. And now I have a list of
Well, I'm sure
many
about
things.
the. Mhm. Well, I'm sure about the kind of mega response you would have got, being your name
Hmm.
Megha. So obviously, the world's pouring out there, shower with all the shower of love and blessings upon you. And for all the people
Yeah.
out here who are watching us live during this inspirational success story series, I've been blessed and privileged to host every night at 8 o'clock with eight amazing women in their own respective fields. What we are telling everyone out here right now is how Megha has turned her uh, personal physical limitation during her medical exigency into her passion, how to uplift herself out of that chaos without being dependent upon everyone. So that's probably one of the key takeaways, that how we can be independent, especially being a female, and at such a young age. And I've seen you growing up in such a transformative manner, which is so inspiring and so exemplary. And that brings me to another question, that, while every success story has a start and you reach your destination, there are always some blocks, some hiccups on the road. So, if you could share something where you had a challenge and how did you overcome?
Yeah, initially I had challenge. The biggest challenge was for me to make people understand the difference between a home bakery and industrial bakery. Like
Hmm.
people take it like ठीक है घर में ही तो बना रहे हैं. I have no costing for rented shops or any electricity bill etc. So they expect from me to charge my things a lower price as compared to the market ones. But I am
Hmm.
here to tell everybody that home bakers are way more different than the industrial bakers. We don't bake like 50 to 100 cakes in a day. We just bake 5 or 6 cakes in a day, or max 10, 15 cakes. but we put all our effort, all our energy in just making that one cake a masterpiece. And
Awesome.
we make sure that we don't use any additional preservatives or anything. So we have struggled a lot with our recipes because we don't want you to have any preservative or any substitutes which are chemical based. We could have used and made our recipe stable away long before, but then we tried our best to make it preservative free. So yes, there is our hard work behind, and we not only work in terms of taste, but to also beautify the cakes, which normal designs are not available in the market. So yes, this was a challenge for me to make people understand. That's why my brand name is very simple, like home baker. So
Hmm.
the name can suggest people that it's something coming from home. I can eat what I can serve people. And yes,
Wow.
and yes, also like some equipment problem, or to like my location is such that people don't want to come, and for delivery also they want everything at doorsteps, like the big brands provide them the facility of delivery. So yes, I have a startup, and these were some problems I faced.
So while you've shared your challenges, but then, for everyone out here, it is such a great thing to witness that, at such a tender age, you are making something which is not really well understood. I won't say well accepted, but yeah, it is still not well understood by the people by large, that what is the entire concept of being a homemaker, a home
Yeah,
baker. But then for
yeah.
everyone out there, I would give a quick example. Like there is a Maruti brand which produces hundreds or thousands of cars on an assembly line on a regular basis, which is a simple product comparatively to a Rolls Royce, which is highly customized, which takes its own time, which takes its own dedication and effort, and yet it serves the purpose of the audience, of the customer so well that nothing defeats it. And probably that's the kind of concept, the mentality, the thought process a home baker, somebody especially like you, brings to the table, that you are so willing to pour in your heart, mind, and soul into each and every bakery product that comes out of your
Mm.
home baker concept. So that's so amazing, and brings me to
Thank you so
another
much.
question. Yeah, you're welcome. And that brings me to, well, the people are getting so inspired. They are pouring in with all their love. From Pavanji, he says, God bless you, keep going. From Nisha,
Thank you so much.
good evening, good evening. And everyone out
Good
here,
evening.
Balvinder ji says, well done, Mega, keep it up. Of course, well done, Mega,
Thank you
keep
so
it
much.
up. And
Thank you so much.
uh, keeping it up further, why don't you share what's your future plan? What's your vision for yourself?
My vision is to carry on like this and take my home bakery to some another level.
Hmm.
I don't have a proper, I haven't jotted down any proper plan, honestly speaking. And also
Hmm.
one thing which I feel is like we have this whole wheat baking concept, like healthy baking nowadays. And I have
Right.
seen many big brands taking this whole wheat baking, or healthy baking products. They generally price it higher as compared to the ones which contain maida or any preservative in it. And
Hmm.
me being a baker, I can see that it costs you very less as compared to the one which has maida. So my motive, future plan, or you can say, is to bring such economical recipes out there, so that even lower middle class people or middle class families or children can have it. Like my currently my pizza starts with just 50 rupees. And honestly speaking, when people, small kids around me who cannot afford Domino's or Pizza Hut
Very
ever,
true.
like right now, they just, the happiness they have on their face while having my pizza is priceless. And also, I have my whole wheat banana bread, which is priced just 200 rupees for 300 grams of loaf. So yes, I feel like that they should be priced honestly. And I want to bring further more healthy baked recipes and more economical recipes, so that everybody can enjoy.
Brilliant. So what Mega has brought out here is that, to be successful in life, to emerge victorious, to chalk down your pathway to success, no matter what hiccups you encounter on the way,
Mm.
honesty is the key. Because the
Yeah.
way she is, yeah, exactly. Because the way she is so well explained, that irrespective of that, she doesn't really have a defined path, but she definitely has a mission. The mission is to bring taste and happiness through taste to millions of lives around her in an honest and economical manner. And trust me, Megha, I say it and I vouch it publicly in front of the entire audience out here that while low priced options are available in the market, but the biggest difference which I find between what they are selling and what you are creating, and as I call this tonight's show, Let's Bake Magic. So, the magic which you are baking is especially in your hand kneaded dough, the homemade dough, which really brings out that special, exquisite flavor in your pizzas, and I'm so much in love with it.
Thank you so much.
So,
I
with
face
this, why
this
don't you?
problem. I generally face this problem. Like people don't understand that I need time to, knead that dough after order. And I have, mentioned that preparation time for pizza is 4 hours, and people are in habit of getting their pizzas from big brands in just 30 minutes. So I just
Yep.
want to tell everyone that making a dough is not a 30-minute process. And if you really want to not only enjoy freshly baked but totally freshly prepared pizza, you need to give time like 3 to 4 hours to the baker, obviously, and then you will actually feel the difference of what is freshly baked and what is fully freshly prepared. And trust me, you can try it and you will drool in love with it.
I'm sure. I'm sure. I've been rolling in love with it too. So why don't you share a few quick baking tips, which could be like simply, implemented by everybody who's so much in love with baking and want to experiment things in life.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to share some tips along with people because many of them have approached me for, like how you make such tasty things. So, I would like to tell very basic need for baking, especially is the measuring cups and spoons. People
Hmm.
generally go to YouTube simply and they see the recipes, and then the recipe calls for like 1 cup or 1 teaspoon. They just take their home utensils and then they measure, and that is not the perfect measurement. The biggest difference between cooking and baking is that you need to properly measure the ingredients for your baking. So yes, I
Hmm.
have my, like, this is my measuring cup, like 1 cup, and this is a 1/4 cup, and this is teaspoon. So you need to have
Oh my
a
God.
set of cups and teaspoons with you,
Hmm.
and you need to follow the recipe properly. And you should have a good knowledge of your oven, technical knowledge. uh, you can do baking, a bit of baking in micro mode, but if you want very good results, then you should go for convection mode and try for the recipes. Keep trying. That this is like today I have the perfect recipes, but this was not always. Trust me, honestly speaking, many of my undercooked or overcooked cakes have been, given to the stray dogs or stray cattles. So don't get discouraged. You will be having your perfect recipe soon. Just keep trying.
Keep trying and keep doing. That is the essence
Yeah,
of success. And
yeah,
while you've shared your colorful cups with using which you really create those amazing stuff, all those pizzas and garlic breads, I've relished always. Being a life and a relationship coach, I see those cups and the measuring technique and the tips and tricks you've suggested in a slightly different manner. So, with your permission, if you allow me, let me share that with all the audience out here. That it's generally said that excess of everything is bad.
mm,
While excess of everything is definitely bad, and not only in your professional life, in your career, in your personal life, but there's another thing, a little lower than what is required or expected also leads to problems. So we really need to balance everything in life, be it our work life balance, be it our relationships, be it our professional associations. Balancing is the key. And
yeah.
to keep things balanced in life, what's really important is to be disciplined, to be honest, and keep experimenting with what really works and what doesn't. What do you have to say about it, Mega?
Yeah, there's a point which just came in my mind while you were saying. uh, I have generated a, habit of being patient while baking. Like you don't have this option of, namak thoda sa kam reh gaya sabzi mein, then you put it over afterwards. But once
Yeah.
you have put your cake batter inside the oven, you have no option like, ठीक है, rice thoda kam hua hai, let's pour in some baking powder. You don't have this option. So you need to be very precise and very attentive right from the starting. and you need to be patient for like to let the cakes cool down. Then uh, also the decorating part never comes in few days or few weeks, not even few months. It takes so much of time to
Hmm.
actually beautify the cake. That's why I'm totally against putting your face inside the cake, like people generally have a trend of put cake bleaching nowadays. I'm totally
Hmm.
against it. And yes, my hobby has inculcated in me the habit of being patient, especially. You need to be very patient in baking.
Brilliant, brilliant. So while you were unfortunately a patient for almost 9 months, but
Yeah.
so beautifully you transformed your challenges into being a patient and a successful home baker. Wow. And that brings me to another thing which many people are confused about. And even I really want to know it tonight from you, from the horse's mouth, as they say. Uh, I've heard about eggless bakery, eggless baking. What is it? And is it really possible? Because many people believe that
Yeah.
there is nothing like an eggless bakery. They still do some egg spray even on spring rolls and patties, while the truth is that egg is required in baking in every form. What do you have to say? Break our myth tonight.
Yes, it is completely a myth that eggless baking is not possible. It is possible. If we talk about 15 to 20 years back, yes, people didn't know about egg substitutes in baking. But today,
Hmm.
you have so much options for eggless bakery, and it takes a lot of time and patience again to jot down your perfect recipe for eggless baking, because it's not easy to find egg substitute, to be very honest. In fact, till
Hmm.
today, there are some recipes which cannot replace egg, but no, it's not with every recipes. Like I have my eggless baking. I bake
Hmm.
with egg products only on demand. Rest all my baking is totally eggless. Then it's a myth that it is not possible without egg. We have curd, we have few like chia seeds paste, which can be
Hmm.
substituted as for eggs. So it's completely a myth that it is not possible. Only those people will say this who cannot make eggless cakes.
Well, that really astonishes me because all the delicious cakes I have enjoyed from your bakery so far, I always believed they are with eggs. But tonight you have
No.
revealed, and you've like got me out of that myth that well, it was all eggless.
In fact,
Surprising and amazing.
I would like to mention that with egg bakery is more economical as compared to eggless bakery. So yes,
Hmm.
there are many people out there in instant bakery who claim themselves to be the having 100% eggless bakery, but they actually use eggs in their bakery. So yes, there are people out there who cheat.
And we are far away from it because you've been not just a home baker, but you've been an honest home baker, and we are so proud of it. And
Thank you.
uh, taking this further, since you went into pharmacy but you very soon realized that it's not your cup of tea, so you eventually landed in baking cupcakes. What advice do you have for youngsters like you to choose their kind of profession and land into their territory, which can be their home turf, and make them successful?
Uh, a message for young generation out there is to look within yourself, right from the starting. Like it should not be like ठीक है after 10th देख लेंगे, after 12th देख लेंगे, या देख लेंगे attitude should not be there. Start
Hmm.
looking within yourself, your interest areas. And I also have a message for the educational institutes and the parents out there to we
Hmm.
have generally a concept of ठीक है नॉन मेडिकल साइंसेज वाले ज्यादा इंटेलिजेंट होते हैं काइंड ऑफ एटीट्यूड एंड generally the ones who have pursued arts or commerce, they are looked upon. Honestly
Hmm.
speaking, I am a science student and I pursued my graduation in sciences, and today see I am a home baker, which is nowhere connected to my educational qualification.
Yeah.
Yes, students should look within themselves and find their area of interest. And luckily, we are blessed with so much of technology nowadays that you can, with just with one click, you can surf everything. Like any doubts, you can Google it up, like your interest area. And educational institutes should also encourage personalities. Like they should call upon special guests from every field, so that
Hmm.
students can have knowledge of every area. Like it's generally seen that only the students with science background are called upon, or like who are successful IES or IPS. It's good, like they have done very good in their lives. I don't underestimate them, but then you should call like artists from every field, so that everybody can have full knowledge. And then parents should also encourage their students, sorry, their children to pursue whatever they want. Like, I'm blessed to have such parents. My elder sister is from commerce background, I'm from sciences, and my younger sister and brother is from arts background. So
Mhm.
you should have such faith in your children and let them do whatever they want.
Wow. And, being such a young and enthusiastic, yet so successful entrepreneur, as I always say, you brought things to light in such a magnificent manner that one could really not believe that's coming someone from who's been so young, yet so passionate about her work and looks at life in such a larger canvas, that you are here with us tonight to share not just your inspirational success story, but your success mantra as well with everyone. And I'm sure everyone's so benefiting with it. And you reminded me of one of my videos on my YouTube channel, Sandeep Bogra, uh, which was entitled Stop Listening to Your Parents. Now, that doesn't really mean I asked all the recent 10th pass outs or the 12th pass outs to revolt against their parents. But my idea, my suggestion was to start following their heart. Because many
Yeah.
times, what I have observed is people, especially kids at such a tender age, uh, tend to get in that conflict mode wherein their heart and their mind are not in sync with each other. And that is not because they don't really know what they want to do in life, but that's because the family's pressure, the parental aspirations and such things come into way, that they are at times tend to go suicidal. And being life and relationship coach, thankfully I understand this so well. And with God's grace, I try and bring up such issues through my social media, where I strongly recommend and request everyone to follow me there, because these things are really so important in our life. And we had a doctor with us, Megha, yesterday, who's working as a public health consultant on especially such challenges which are non-communicable, like depression. And I understand it so well where it stems from, and it's our uh, responsibility that we help each other around us. And it is such a blessing which I can see, that all the people, all the guests, Nisha ji, Rishma ji, Asha ji, Monica, all of those who have joined us, they understand so well the importance of how motivation can impact us, how things can be transformed, because that is what our mission is during this inspirational series, the uh, 1st to 8th March, which I have been so proud and blessed to conduct, and having someone like you. So, while we come towards the end of this session tonight, I have still something to ask you, Megha. And that
Yeah.
is something I ask every celebrity guest with me out here. What's that special message you would like to share for the Indian housewives, the Indian females?
Yeah, I have some points for this. Like, we had a very first session with Shilpa Salve ma'am, and she emphasized on the point like housewives generally look upon their health. They take care
Hmm.
of the entire family, but they don't take care of themselves. This is the
Right.
problem with females nowadays in every aspect of their life. Like, not only
Hmm.
health, like being valued, also they look upon generally. So my message is to value yourself in
Hmm.
everything, so that you can surround yourself with people who value you. And you should not really look upon the facts like giving out time for you, your space, your just following your dreams, and your health, of course. Like, I was
Hmm.
a patient for 8 to 9 months, and I had to have those pills for literally daily. So that was really shaking for me. And after that, I have been conscious for my health. And
Hmm.
it's a request for my side to all the females out there: please value yourself in relationships, in terms of your health, in every aspect of your life. Then only you will be able to surround yourself with people who value you. And also, Bhaiya, I would like to mention one more
Hmm.
thing, that it's very much blessing for me to have you in my life, because whenever I feel very low, you
Hmm.
just texted me one day, like, uh, uh, you just texted me like,
Hmm.
do whatever it takes. And this is a very short sentence, but it is full of energy. And every time I feel low, I am just like, okay, I have to do whatever it takes for me. And it's very, very inspiring. And again, thank you so much for, considering me to join you today. And it's at such a tender age, yes, as you said, being an inspiration to people out there is very much inspiring for me personally as well.
Well, I'm blessed to have those kind words from you, and the fact what you mentioned that somewhere, sometime in the past, I suggested you do whatever it
Mhm.
takes,
Yeah,
and you've taken that thing so serious to your heart, and I love it because even today, for all the people out there who don't know that you are still not well for some reasons, but today morning again, I messaged you, do whatever it
yeah,
takes,
do
and you
whatever
are
it
still
takes.
here with us live tonight, irrespective of whatever physical ailment you're suffering right now. You're so inspiring, so motivational, and trust me, it's a pleasure and a blessing to have you with us. And
Thank you
with
so
this,
much.
I'll take your leave. And for all the people, wonderful audience out here, let me share something with you that there's something more coming our way, which is from 11th to 20th March. And from